Yo, what is up, everybody? Hope you're doing all right. Happy Monday afternoon, 4 o'clock here on the East Coast. Hope you had yourself a great weekend. Pretty much hope you had a great week last week. I was over in Nashville, actually, over for the Bitcoin conference, the Karate Combat event, and all of the other side events that come along with it. Had a great time. Got a chance to hang out with Mr. Dude, co-host from the morning show. So that was amazing, guys. I love absolutely hanging out with people for the first time. And I feel like when we get a chance to chat every single day, even on video, it's there's just nothing different and nothing better than the conversations that you have in person. So I got a chance to meet a lot of people. A lot of people that came up to me and said what's up, and man, it was such a cool experience. Had a great time. So I suggest, guys, if there are conferences in your area, you go check them out. Next one for me is going to be Toronto. We'll be at the Blockchain Futures Conference coming up next month in August. Here it's the 13th and the 14th, so we'll be up there. Let's see. We will be there in town Monday through Thursday, and then we'll start driving back here that week. So if you are up in the Toronto area, make sure you say, "What's up, baby?" But right now, shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Y'all are amazing. What's up, my guy? We got Doug, Mike, Booty Head. We got Blocky. We got them all here. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you being here, family. Go ahead and do what you got to do. You know with a drill. If you're watching on YouTube, smash the like. If you are watching on X, go ahead and smash the heart. Hit the heart, whatever you got to do. Tap the heart. Whatever it is, just do that. And then also repost the video. Tag some friends. Let's get some more friends in here. We'll have a good time. We're going to be looking at a few things today, some stories, some news and numbers. I am currently in a trade up a little bit. Currently up 3.3%. Just doing 10x on a little position here on a Bitcoin long. So I am a firm believer that we are kind of rebounding, and we are set to maybe make our next move back up. That touching 70 recently was nice, and I think that we're going to get ready to do that again pretty soon. Hopefully, break through this time, and then go up to 80. But we'll see. We'll see where it all goes. We'll take a look at that stuff in a little bit. And then I've got some articles pulled up. I'm going to look up some. Also, I've got NFTs and metaverse. We'll look and see if there's any news about those. It's been a while. I mean, absolutely a long time since I've looked up anything about the metaverse. So we'll get to some news stories in just a second here. The first thing that I do want to take a look at, though. Let's see here. Let me share my screen. Boom. Let's look at, and I don't really care so much about the Olympics. It's just more, I'm checking in on medal counts, see how we're doing. I know that usually the medal counts really go up towards the tail end when a lot of these really start to fight for the medals. But we see that the United States is currently sitting in 6th place as far as gold medals go. As far as overall medals go, we're fucking crushing it. 20. Next person's got 12. 14. France has 14, and then you got Japan and China both with 12, and then Great Britain with 10. Shout out to my guy Doug. You guys got the double-digit medals too, baby. Let's go. All right, and then you got Italy, Canada, and Germany rounding out the rest of the top 10. So that is the Olympics medal count. That's probably something we'll just look at every day. Is just the medal count, see how things are going. And see if we're just going to crush it the whole way through. See if anybody comes close as far as total medal counts. Now, obviously, again, the gold medals will start to go up dramatically for a lot of the countries as we move on through the Olympics. But cool to see we're crushing it, USA. All right, let's look at some numbers first. I was looking at some numbers. We got crypto, like I was saying earlier, it was nice to see Bitcoin hit 70 earlier, since kind of do a little bit of a retracement, kind of seeing where we're at. And then, we've gone back up a little bit. So hopefully, that was the little dipski. Hopefully you took advantage of the dipski. I got in, like I said, I got into a long position on part of the dip. So keep going up, number go up, number go up. But overall, the market cap for crypto 2.4 trillion, not really doing a whole lot. Down about 0.5% today. But you got Bitcoin at 67.3, ETH at 3,300, Solana 186. Like to see that. Solana's doing some moving soon. I cannot wait to be back above $200 Solana, and then on our way to $1,000 plus. What do you guys think? What is going to be the top of the market price for Solana? Drop that in the comments. I'd like to see that. And you can comment on X. You don't have to just comment on YouTube, but feel free to comment wherever whatever you prefer. AI coins doing great. Absolutely. Let's see here. Let's see what is doing well today. Book of Memes, boom, up a little over 13% today. Bitcoin SV, Mogcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Immutable X. Like to see that up to $1.52. Ready to see that back well over $3. I know that IMX is going to have a bright future, and I know that IMX is going to be doing a lot of gaming stuff. We are in that one to win that one. That is for sure. Same thing with Beam. Nice to see that thing getting close to 2 cents. We got a little bit higher of an entry point on that, but there's no shame in that game. Beam going to crush it as well. So let's be our faithful loyals. I do like to see Brett. Brett, as you guys do know, I think when was this? 2-3 weeks ago, somewhere in there, maybe longer. I'm not actually sure at this moment, but we did a buy of Brett, the #1 meme coin over there on the base ecosystem. So we got a little bag of that. Hopefully you guys do, just in case, just to see what it does. I have a feeling that the entire base ecosystem is really gonna do a lot of things in this, let's say, the retail side, right? Somebody told me that, I don't remember the number now off the top of my head, if it's 25, 50, 75 million, something like that, that they are kind of injecting into the ecosystem for mass adoption kind of stuff, and really, protocols and things that should really facilitate that. And so I think that is absolutely could be the sleeper pick of all of this, is that the base ecosystem becomes, a top blockchain choice. You never know how that'll work out, eh? You never know. Ooh, I saw Pizza in the chat. My guy Dabatola, what's up, my dude? Got to hang out with you in Nashville at the Karate Combat event. Pizza, man, made my tummy rumble as soon as I saw the word pizza. Always love to do that, man. We definitely got to have a pizza event sometime soon at one of these Karate Combat events, and we'll have to do it the day. It's always tough to do it with fighters, right? Because most of them are cutting through the week, so pizza's not a good option. Thursdays are typically the fight days. Friday, I mean, makes the most sense. The day after the fight, have a little pizza lunch. Boom, everybody skedaddles out of town. Yes, boom, let's do that. The Web3 breakfast will facilitate those events Friday after the Karate Combat events moving forward. Cannot wait. Let's go. I got my fancy pizza shirt. So it was fun at the conference. We waited in line, Mr. Dude and I, with Whitney and Emmy. We waited in line for a quick meet and greet with Russell Brand, just to say hi. And, he was there with Rumble. And it was cool to really just kind of shoot the breeze with him for a second. He was like really kind of a genuine guy. But I was wearing my pizza shirt, and he was wearing some cool, like, silky, I don't know, some pattern shirt. And when I walked up, and I was carrying Emmy with me, and he said, he really liked that shirt, and I do too. It's a pizza shirt. It's a button up. It's my party shirt, right? It's a nice fancy party shirt. It's my collared shirt. It's buttoned up, but it's got pizza slices on it, and it's like the drippy one, so it's perfect, man. So it's right up my alley. So I will always be bringing those now to the Karate Combat event, so that we can start to celebrate Pizza Friday. So boom. Boom, 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 boom. Where the heck were we? We were looking at the daily gainers. What about the daily losers? Let's look for some opportunities here. ICP is something I would get. Let's see. Helium, Conflux, Akash, Akash, however you would say that. Popcat. I didn't get any of that before. Jasmy, still not in that. One of these days, might pull the trigger and get some Jasmy. I think my mom might actually have Jasmy, which is funny. She was really interested in that. Really nothing that screams buy now. I mean, percent is nothing. What about the week? We got any big losers on the week? Oof, Celestia down. I wonder what's going on. Why that one's 25% down. It just so happens to be. So you got dog whiff hats 15% down on the week. That should be like, I mean, an indication you should be over $3. As soon as the market like starts moving back forward, that's like a $3+ dollar, 310. That should be up in that range pretty soon. So keep that in mind. Keep that area, that price target in mind on dog whiff if you want to get a little whiff profits. Avalanche 27.44, down 15% on the week. I have such a fun and exciting video planned for Avalanche in the future, as you guys know. But it's got to be much higher in price because then I get to gloat about how I've made a bag just on being early. When Stars Arena launched, I made a fat bag of Avalanche, so I'm just waiting for that thing to rip and roar, and then I'll be putting that video out. I'll be creating it and then putting it out. So that is going to be exciting. But I'm looking forward to Avalanche really pumping. That thing was up when it was up at like $54 was exciting. I don't really know what I expected to do this bull run. It's kind of a little bit distant now, right? You've got the gaming ecosystem, which is now part of it. You've got the RWA ecosystem, which, as we know, is what we're thinking at this point is by 2030, so 6 years from now, is going to be a $16 trillion industry. Like, that's a lot of attention. And there's some very few of the key players, right? You got Chainlink, Ondo, Avalanche. I mean, I would say that those potentially could be the top three in that ecosystem. So you've got to understand that they're going to have a very large market cap of that, or market share of the RWA ecosystem in total. So something to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on it. You know what I mean? You know, it's already a $10 billion market cap. That's like that sweet spot, right? Like anything under shooting up to like a 30 is pretty simple. I say simple, but you know, things that can happen pretty quick, especially as we get to a bull run. And actually, you know, even going up to like, 50, not out of the realm of possibility, right? And that's something to be paying attention to. Avalanche, if you are not already, specifically for those two reasons, gaming and RWAs. That's why I look at it. And I would say maybe that SocialFi could be considered part of gaming, in some way, shape, or form. We should talk to a gaming expert about that. Who would you want to talk to? Who would you want to see me talk to about that? Is that a Stash? Is that a Doug Hype? Is that who else? I don't know. Drop some names down in the comments below. We should do a little gaming check. We should check back in on that ecosystem because it's been a while. I don't know much about much at this point, so it would be good to get a little refresher from a pro. So drop them down there, and I'll reach out, or just have people reach out to me. That's fine. Either way. Let's see here. I don't really care about looking at the charts right now as far as trading view goes. I do want to look at this, guys. Remember, we have been talking about how we're going to be tracking some stuff in the NFT ecosystem. I see posts all the time like, "Oh, we minted out. NFTs are so back." Like, no, they're not. I don't believe that they're back yet. If you look at, let's see, NFTgo.io. This is one of my favorite sites for all, market analytics, that kind of stuff. Dashboards that you can see right here. Very easy. You go on to the all, where I've clicked here, and it shows you this yellow line right here, which is the market cap, right? Continuing to just go down. So NFTs are not back. The market cap of NFTs is continuing to go down. There's no way it's back. Now, the volume, it has its peaks and it has its not peaks, right? And so I think overall, the number that we look at there is the market cap. That's the overall market activity, and the fact that that is still going down is the indicator that no, unfortunately, even though you've probably botted your own NFT drop and that's why you sold out, it is definitely not back, baby. Holders and trade, I don't give a fuck about that. Category market cap. This is the one that I know that you guys know that I have said we've got to be paying attention to, because as far as NFTs go, and as we get to this next level of where we're at and what they are and what truly they were intended to be, we're going to see some of these other verticals start to grow. You got game, collectibles, art, metaverse, utility, and land are really the ones that are making the most headway as far as gaining some market share on the PFP. But PFP clearly the front runner of all of this, and as we always called it, was the beta test, right? This showed people who participated what this is all about. And again, this is just really kind of the beta test of all of this, because the potential of what NFTs or digital collectibles, assets, whatever we end up the final nomenclature for, they were intended for far greater purposes than just a profile picture on a social media site, and as we know. So something that we will continue to pay attention to as we get through the bull market. One thing we got to remember, people will start to take profits, right? And this is probably something that over time you wouldn't notice, but if we start to really track it every day, we might actually see like, oh, these numbers are they're starting to move up. Maybe the time, and the only reason why we do this, because we've all got maybe a collection that we thought about we wanted to get, or that we really enjoyed that maybe we've forgotten about, or we were priced out of before, and now you got some of those profits. You're like, I'm going back in. I'm going to get, the one that really resonated with me more. It was always a little bit more expensive, a little bit more rare, but now you got the scratch for it. So you never know. Hey, we'll look at those. I've got some NFT projects like that. I still my mutant. I would get an ape at some point in the future to also create a brand from as well, because I feel like it's very recognizable, and it will always be, because that's just where they fall in line of this entire ecosystem that is blockchain, Web3, all that stuff, and the IP and all that. Let's see. Let's check out the chat here. What are you guys chatting about here? Beam, IMX, Super, Ronin, Prime, Cetify. Those are some pretty good picks. I do like that. IMX, I mean, we need to find someone that really knows a lot about the ecosystem. I can do some research on it as well, but it'd be fun to have someone who is really intimate with it, because I know earlier in the year, the whole thing was, oh, they're releasing 220 games or whatever that figure, was that, we had spoken about many a times on the breakfast show, right? And where are we at in that, roadmap, I suppose, in the development, in the release of any kind of a product. So we'll definitely check in on that. That'll be part of our gaming day. Maybe we could do that in the morning, and this way we could do all sorts of different aspects of that gaming ecosystem. That'd be fun. So be on the lookout for that. All right, let's look at some articles. As you guys know, I was in Nashville for the Bitcoin conference, and we got the chance to be there for Trump's speech. Part of it was trash. I'm sure a lot of it is trying to just get the vote from like we talked about, the single ticket vote, the single issue voters. So he, as far as that goes, let's put kind of any of the skepticism beside, right? As far as any of that goes, that he was there, the messages to deliver, fantastic, right? Free Ross. Boom, day one, love it. Fire against Gary Gensler. He said it twice. It was the roar was so loud. It was incredible. It made you it made me laugh. Like I was laughing. I don't know even if it was on the live stream or not, but it was just so like thunderous when he said that he was going to fire Gary Gensler day one. And I think his line was, "Wow, I didn't even think he was that unpopular." But as it turns out, he repeated himself. He loved it so much. He loved that he got such a reaction. So it was an interesting thing to be a part of. I would say if you've never been a part of going to an event like that, where you have to deal with the Secret Service, it was they had that thing locked down. I assume under very tight scrutiny after recent events, and so rightfully so. things like even the karate combat event, the security getting into those, much different than normal, much, you would expect. They had Robert Kennedy as one of the guests there, several other celebrities as well. It was such a cool event. I really enjoy it's really interesting to to go to several of these karate combat events now and see how different they are when they're centered around crypto events. And it's a really cool thing to see a lot of crypto people there. And I know as the organization gets bigger and as the events get bigger and as the stadiums get bigger, like this one was the biggest that I'd seen. As far as attendance go, I mean, they had, people up top, and it was pretty well filled up. It was pretty cool. So like it is something that cool to be a part of, cool to see and watch the growth of. But it was definitely, without its strains, when you have, the growing pains of having a political candidate there, that you've got now the Secret Service. And so unfortunately, I've got sad news, as we had to throw my daughter's pink Yeti water bottle out at the event. They said it was too hard of an object that it could be thrown. I thought that was silly. Had no intention on throwing my daughter's water bottle, but it is what it is. So, but shout out to the Secret Service. I will tell you, they did make you feel safe. So I felt safe there. Felt safe all weekend, and they had presence at the Bitcoin conference as well. Obviously, they had several political figures there. RFK, Vivek. Let's see who else was there. Cynthia Lummis was there, and obviously Trump. So going into this article, though, that he pledges some national Bitcoin stockpile to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world, of the planet. So we do know, they said that some people don't actually realize, but the United States is one of the largest holders of Bitcoin in the world. They have about 1% of the supply, 210,000 Bitcoin. And so Trump said when he becomes president that they will put that into a reserve. Now, consequently, if I'm not mistaken, that moved today, and it moved to an unknown wallet. Let's see, BTC USA wallet. Let's see if we hear anything on the news. So 4 hours ago, 3 hours ago, breaking, decrypt. Let's go to decrypt. The U.S. government moves $2 billion in Silk Road Bitcoin just days after Trump vowed that the U.S. would keep 100% of seized Bitcoin if elected. The government just moved $2 billion in Bitcoin tied to Silk Road. Let's see. The went to an unidentified wallet, like I had said. The move comes just 2 days after we said that. It's not yet known whether they're going to sell. Very interesting. Someone's going to have to figure it out. Someone will know at some point. Someone will figure out the blockchain analysis. Is this an exchange wallet? Is this a custodial wallet? Is this a non-custodial wallet? Is this a cold storage wallet? What is this? Is this the wallet that, they talked about moving things into when, during this, now after Trump, since Loomis came out and she was talking about the bill and how, there would be kind of layers to it. Now, I don't know if that meant multi-sig. I don't actually quite remember. I didn't look at any of the language. I didn't read the transcript. I didn't, read anything about that. I just know that she had said something about it, and I remember there being multi-layers to it. So I feel like that could be a signature thing, and I could be wrong. Mike Novogratz tweeted here too. Tone deaf anyone? Moving Silk Road Bitcoin 2 days after Trump's pledge to not move them is just dumb. So somebody just definitely didn't catch the memo. We just don't know what's going on with it. And everybody always freaks out when a large number of coins move. Let's see. However, U.S. Marshals just this month awarded Coinbase prime contract to manage and dispose of its large cap crypto. Okay, so maybe it's going into a custodial service with Coinbase. I mean, we do know Cameron and Tyler were both at the Bitcoin conference as well. So who knows? Maybe this is not a bad thing. We'll have to just wait and see. I think we are back here to the Trump one. Here we go. One of the quotes that this made me laugh when he said, if crypto is going to define the future, I want it to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. If Bitcoin is going to the moon, as they say, it's going to the moon, and I want America to be the nation that leads the way. There was definitely some buzzwords in there. The whole script, it was really kind of the whole speech itself was really kind of interesting, right? It started off again strange, and then you could tell that there were some parts that were very well scripted, and somebody who knew a lot about crypto kind of put those parts in there. Some parts where he completely went off script or paused the teleprompter or whatever. I don't really know if it didn't even look like, even though they had the shield things, it didn't look like anything was running on it. But at the end of the day, he went off the cuff a little bit, and I think that was, some of these buzzwords were pretty funny to me, about Bitcoin going to the moon and then talking about not selling it, the diamond hand stuff. So really interesting. I know that, Kennedy, because he spoke the day before, his whole thing was that they were going to strategically buy 550 Bitcoin every single day in order to create their stockpile. So, I don't know what Kamala Harris's position is going to be. I think everybody expects her to come out probably in the next couple of weeks with a different position, singing a different tune. And that's something we're all going to have to pay attention to, because at this point, I think, yes, it is a big issue, this next layer of finance and this next kind of where money is going, really. It is a big ticket issue. But do we have to take a step back and think, is this just a big issue to us because we live in this ecosystem? Is this not really that big of an issue because most people don't give a shit about crypto yet? That's something that's something that I have a question at, that, we should ask some of our normie friends. Does crypto mean anything to you? Like, does this, the fact that Trump spoke at a Bitcoin conference, what does that mean to people who aren't in crypto? That's probably a question we should ask some of our normie people. That would be interesting. All right. Let's move on over here to this other article that we got here called The Spot Ethereum ETFs First Week by the Numbers. Boom, here we go. They did over $1 billion of net inflows into 8 of the funds, overwhelmed by 1.5 billion in net outflows from Grayscale's ETH-E. So that was, let's see, excluding ETH-E, the Ethereum ETFs generated about 40% of the net inflows witnessed by the Bitcoin ETFs following their launch in January, excluding the Grayscale Bitcoin, the GBTC, excuse me. 9 new spot Ethereum ETFs from 8 issuers launched last Tuesday after initially gaining approval from the Securities and Exchange Commission in May. That is going to be hopefully under new direction next year instead of Gary. In the first 4 days of trading, BlackRock's ETH-A led the pack, generating $442 million worth of net inflows, followed by Bitwise's ETH-W with $265.9 million, and Fidelity's FETH with $219.4 million, VanEck's ETH-V, Franklin Templeton's EasyET, Invesco's QETH, and 21 shares CETH also generated $34.4 million, $23.3 million, $14.2 million, and $7.5 million worth of net inflows, respectively. Excuse me. Here's a nice little chart for you guys to look at. Nice little visual. Everybody loves a chart. So I don't have to read anything to you. You can just look at that. That's really exciting. Here was something. I had found a different article. Now, the other article about Solana and VanEck was on the Daily Huddle. And as you guys know, the Daily Huddle freezes my computer, for whatever reason. Just that website. We don't use it anymore. So we found this one. And then I also learned, which I don't know if we talked about here, which we did not talk about here. So let's go back to CoinMarketCap so I can do a little show and tell, and then we'll get into the article. But if you look right here at $86.7 billion market cap and a BNB at $84.25 billion market cap. You now have Solana taking number 4 or number 3 if we exclude Tether, right? So it has overtaken BNB. The flippening has started. Now we are far away, far away from seeing Solana overtake Ethereum. So I wouldn't count on that happening anytime soon. But there you go, Solana in the top 4, overtaking BNB. Top 3 again if you take away Tether. So where were we right here? Back to this article. But VanEck, they teased the Solana ETF again as Solana surpasses BNB for the 4th spot. Here we go. Attendees at Bitcoin conference have been inquiring about Solana, said VanEck. VanEck was one of the booths there. There was several companies that it's really interesting to think that, you know, that they would have presence at the Bitcoin company or the Bitcoin conference. Shell was there. Interesting to see what they've got planned with blockchain, and a couple other big ones. Names escaping me, but cool to see really the concept of big corporations participating at a blockchain conference, specifically the Bitcoin one. Which I'll tell you what, man, Nashville was a pretty sick place. Next year it's going to be in Vegas, and from what I understand, you can get your ticket, your festival ticket, which gives you access to every day except for the first day, for $210, and that is a pretty smoking deal because I know it's going to go way up. And so if you plan on going out to Vegas next year for the Bitcoin conference, think about that. I'm going to talk to Sean, the guy that with the marketing team who I worked with, who had on the show, and see about working that deal for next year. And we'll just promote the code all year versus wait until we get closer to the conference. So I think that's going to be the move. I'm going to work on that so you guys can have a code to save you some ducats like right away. So I'm going to work on that today. Ducats, dollars. I mean, you used to say ducats when we were in high school. I don't even know where that came from and why that came out of my mouth, but whatever. That's all I can think about. Shaming myself now for saying the word ducats. Now that the spot Ethereum, wait, we already talked about the Ethereum. This was supposed to be about Solana. Here we go. So, all right, as we were talking about, VanEck during the conference recently shared tweets stating that a large number of attendees inquired about a Solana ETF. As we know, VanEck submitted its Solana ETF filing in the last month of June, even before the spot Ether ETFs went live. The recent tweet from VanEck suggests that there's a strong interest in the altcoin, and liquidity will not be a major hurdle for the SEC to approve a Solana ETF. So this could be happening a little bit sooner than some people think, which would be really interesting. Might really help get that price of Solana way up. Get a lot of investors, as we know, the institutional guys love Solana. They love it. At least they did last time. So funny to see. It always makes me laugh to see VanEck using a punchy penguin as a PFP, but it is there, and you can see it right there. And he's got a little hat on that says VanEck intern. It looks like BlackRock's not really interested right now in a Solana ETF. Speaking at the Bitcoin conference, BlackRock head of digital asset Robert Mitchnick said that the SEC would be drawing a line somewhere. He added that apart from Ethereum, all other altcoins contribute less than 5% of the total crypto market cap. Thus, he believes that it makes no sense to have more crypto ETFs in the market. Well, we'll see, what happens over the next couple months here as the markets start to heat up. And then here's a story about Solana surpassing BNB for the 4th spot. Don't really need me to explain that to you. We showed you on the coin market cap. Onto one of my favorite coins. That was supposed to be like onto, but here we go. OKX. Actually watched the Formula One with my brother-in-law, my sister and daughter and nephew this weekend, and my sister and my wife. We were hanging out up in Nashville at her house, and we watched the F1 race on Sunday morning. That was a lot of fun. I did see the OKX car. I saw Bybit. I did see a Crypto.com logo, and I feel like one other one. Oh man, now I cannot think, but definitely those three I remember seeing this weekend at the on the race. But so they listed Ondo Finance token, and Ondo's on went up 7%. This thing has been kind of just chilling, bouncing a little under, a little over the dollar range. We didn't even look this sucker up when we were on Coin Market Cap. Let's go back and do that, because there we go, 99 cents. Oh, my camera bugging out. 98.4, 99.13. You saw it change live right there. So I mean, this thing under a buck is just so juicy. My bag is way packed, way packed. I don't really know if I need any more. I will strategically add maybe if there's major dips, but I am locked and loaded, ready to roll on Ondo, and I cannot wait for things really to take off with that project, and all of their affiliates that are really exploring the RWA ecosystem that is going to experience a massive growth. So if you've not started exploring the RWA coins, I strongly urge you to. I know AI coins are probably going to start moving again. Someone was saying earlier today in the chat that we're probably those things are looking pretty good or doing pretty well. Meme coins, I've had some people say that, and I know that a lot of them are really turning into that culture coin that people talk about, right? Because it's becoming a community. It's really interesting to see how those are going to fare out, especially as some of the other coins start to go up. Are people going to get out of those positions to get into the big runners, or are they going to sit in their community? That's a question we all got to find out. We all got to know the answer to. But Ondo, I tell you what, baby, that thing is going to be a ripping and a roaring, and I'm around for it. I'm here for it. I'm not only here for the tech, I'm here for the gains. All right. Where are we? We're talking about Ondo. Bring it back there. Popular Seychelles-based crypto exchange OTX has recently revealed that it is listing blockchain platform Ondo Finance's native token Ondo to its spot market. According to the announcement, that's great. People aren't going to be leverage trading. They're just going to be buying at spot. According to the announcement on July 29th, trading for the Ondo USDT pair began at 8 a.m. UTC same day, so today, and the exchange opened the deposits for the token an hour earlier with withdrawals set to start July 30th. Today is July 29th. I don't know if they're going to start UTC or whatever. Seems like UTC, so if you need to start withdrawing to set it to your storage wallets, your cold storage, or just off the exchange wallets, get ready. Get your plan ready to go tomorrow. Get your ETH, so you got your gas money. You don't want to run out of gas. Here's a little background about Ondo. Price went up 7%, trading around $1.02. As you guys saw, it's down just a little bit, 99 cents currently right now. Important to note that Ondo token reached its all-time high of $1.48 January this year, currently about 31% below that peak. Over the past year, Ondo has surged by more than 500%. Very exciting. Here's another article that I found. IOTA, name I hadn't thought of in a while. Excuse me. IOTA Tenity RWA Accelerator unveils 6 finalists driving Web3 innovation. We'll read the article here. The IOTA Foundation has recently picked 6 interesting projects. This collaborative effort between IOTA and Singapore-based global innovations ecosystem Tenity. All right, so the projects are Kiro Finance. That is an on-chain private credit marketplace that connects fintech asset originators with on-chain investors, giving fixed yield opportunities. You got InvoiceMate. InvoiceMate's a decentralized invoice financing infrastructure that transforms traditional invoices into tokenized RWAs while allowing users to obtain on-chain private credit depending on their invoices. You got the Real Lifestyle. This seeks to democratize property investments worldwide while addressing the inaccessibility and unaffordability of home ownership and as well as the rental economy. You got Black Frog. The transition into renewable energy will increase the demand for critical minerals like cobalt and copper up to 300% by 2030. Well, they blew it on their first line. Everybody else is talking about it except for them. You got Orobo. They take the digital layer of the circular economy while digitizing the global transition towards a sustainable economy, as well as the responsible use of resources. And OVO Digital. It is a no-code identity management platform that makes security identity and verifiable data solutions of all sorts of businesses. OVO ID has partnered with UNESCO and other stakeholders to address the occupational as well as certification fraud through compliance certification and verifiable credential management. There you go. Those are 6 finalists in the RWA Accelerator. If any of those projects sound sassy to you, what I would do is check out the IOTA ecosystem and dig them to them deeper. You know what I mean? You always got to be doing your own research. That was literally just one sentence of every single one of them. But if you liked what you heard, I would check out each one of those individually if that makes sense to you. If that's something that you're thinking about, like, man, this guy's freaking right. Like this RWA thing, like it sounds like it's pretty broad. It's going to cover a lot of things, and the ecosystem's literally going to grow massively because it's not much right now, and it's projected 16 trillion by 2030, which, by the way, is only 6 years from now. So it's not that long. It is going to be a massive growth opportunity. So I would be checking every RWA ecosystem play you can. A website that I like to look at is, well, that's not what I want. It is rwa.xyz. And so you should be checking that out, and you should go through their dashboard. Let me open this up so you can see this. And you can see all sorts of information about the RWA ecosystem. You can click through all sorts of things. I would definitely suggest that everybody that's interested in RWAs, if you don't know about this website, you get yourself very familiar with it. All righty. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hey, by the way, guys, I didn't even think about this, man. We're just coasting through. Make sure that you guys smash the like, hit the heart, tag some friends, repost the video out. Let's get this thing rolling. We've got just a little bit while left. I got just a handful of articles I think left, and then we'll shut it down. But definitely make sure that you guys hit the like and smash the heart. Especially if you guys are watching over there on the X. Appreciate you. Shout out to you. All right. That's the rwa.xyz. There's a couple other sites that you guys probably know of if you're in the really into the research phase of the RWA stuff. There's a couple good ones. All right, hey. So that's the RWA thing. I have got NFTs pulled up and a Google search if there was anything important that came up. They're just really about Donald Trump, really. Here's an article from CoinDesk from a month ago. NFTs are dead, but they're changing everything. Donald Trump crypto flip-flop began with flattering NFTs. Here we go. Here's one from 10 hours ago. NFTs face lowest monthly sales since November 2023. That's going to go along with the market cap that I showed you on the NFTgo.io going down. That's going to be directly related, as we were talking about, down. So it's the lowest monthly sales since November 2023. Despite having lesser sales volume, NFTs showed a 73% increase in transactions recorded in July. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Sounds backwards to what we were just showing on NFTgo.io. What do we have here? On July 29th, data tracker Crypto Slam reported that the monthly volume of digital collectibles had reached 393 million. Now, you know what? This is why. Because I'm looking at NFTgo.io. NFTgo.io is just an Ethereum NFTs, and that would be the limitation there. That's why we're not getting the full picture. So I will go through with this article knowing that I don't show you the full picture by just looking at NFTgo.io, so I'll have to make that change. So NFTs continue their downward momentum. Okay, that goes along with what we were saying, though. So data shows that NFTs have been trending downward since the second quarter of 2024. Within the quarter, NFTs had a 45% quarter-on-quarter drop. The first quarter of 2024 had sales volume of 4.1 billion, while the second quarter only had 2.24 billion. Despite experiencing lower volumes early in July, NFTs saw a significant increase in transaction volumes from the month. According to CryptoSlam data, there were 9.9 million NFT transactions in July. You see, but the transactions, I don't really know if I would agree with them. Like, you see a lot of that fucking farming and that bullshit where you're literally just selling things to yourself to do whatever. And I tried to sell my mutant for a while, and I could clearly tell that the floor was monkey business on that. And so I would think that the number of transactions that's suspect, right? Something we got to take a look at. That's why it's good to have more information from different sources than just one. But again, this is probably all encompassing, talking about multi-chain, whereas the data that I'm looking at a little bit not as quality because it's only Ethereum. But NFTs are still here to stay. Love the quote, right? We all love that quote, especially if we got those shitty bags filled with NFTs that are worthless. In a Cointelegraph interview, CryptoSlam founder Randy Wassinger said that despite its lower volumes, NFTs will stay. He explained, I certainly wouldn't say NFTs are dead. In fact, I would say that NFTs, just like all digital blockchain assets, are here to stay. We learned that. PFPs, for example, I don't see that ever regaining the volume and adoption level it had a year or two ago. That is something we all agree. And that's why I'm looking at that fucking chart. And I'm telling you guys, like, we got to be paying attention to this one right here. And this is going to tell you where you're going to see the growth, right? This is going to see where you're going to see that opportunity. Is it in art? Is it in utility? Is it in land? I mean, metaverse, we're way too far away, and they can't just be video games. Like, it has to be the oasis. It has to be what people know it as, not just a fucking video game. But art, if we see the whole art ecosystem adopted, I mean, these are where you're going to start to see the opportunities that you need to get in, the trends, right? Finding it early, getting in early. So say it's the gaming, right? The gaming ecosystem is at 200K right now. Say that thing shoots up to 1 million, right? And it's almost neck and neck with PFPs in no time. Well, that would have been your opportunity to make a fat bag, right? Because the market cap would have done a couple X's. So that means that, the good projects would have gone up pretty well. That's why we're looking at those market cap by category, because you've got to find the opportunities when they start moving where the money is going to be made. That's the only way to make the money, is to find it early. All right, that was our article about NFTs. The other thing that I pulled up, I searched the word metaverse. When was the last time any one of us searched the word metaverse? And you know what we could do too? We could look at Google Trends. I'll share this right here. Let's go metaverse. Oh, misspelled it. Damn it. Metaverse search term. We're going to go worldwide. Let's go 2004 to present. How about that? That'll be fun. All categories, just leave it like that. Compared to crypto. Compared to Bitcoin. Look at that. Let's type in NFT. All right, so there we go. So there's kind of like the three biggest things that we've got within the cryptocurrency ecosystem, right? And obviously, crypto is the overarching, but as it turns out, no, that Bitcoin is searched more, right? Bitcoin is the yellow, and then we've got crypto in red, and we've got NFTs in green, and then blue and metaverse. We've seen, some growth kind of all at the same time, right around here. This was at the end of 2021, early 2022. when I kind of all grew together, and you saw some more of the attention on the metaverse. But that is something that I don't really foresee for a number of years until we have something where you can log in and you feel like you're there. Just playing a video game online is not the metaverse. And I'm sorry to the people that are making metaverses. That's just not it. I know that there's a lot of fun definitions of it, but I don't think that the retail will accept it as a metaverse unless it is something like the Oasis. That's just an opinion, right? We all got them and they all stink. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Drop your comments down below. Well, I believe that might do it. I think that's everything. I think that's everything that I got. That's all the article. Oh, we didn't even look at a metaverse article. We got to do that. Let's see. 5 hours ago, the MILC Metaverse partners with Ion Power Grid Association, starting global energy resource pooling with smart city simulation. Sounds fancy. HTC Vine speaks at the future of Gen AI, Enterprise XR, Industrial Metaverse, Virtual Reality. That was from 7 hours ago. 3 metaverse stocks, could be multi-baggers in the making, baby. Here we go from Wired. This is funny. The metaverse was supposed to be your new office, but you're still on Zoom. Tech founders painted a vision of employees clocking into virtual workspaces, but the adoption of VR at work has been slow. Looks like the camera's having a nice little issue here right now. So that's a great time for me to just be like, hey, I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Do something awesome. Do something cool. I will be back with the Web3 Breakfast crew at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So if you've not checked out the Web3 Breakfast, make sure you do that. You can find it, same YouTube channel, same X account. We do a live stream of the space. So if you want to participate in the conversation, come into the space. If you want to just watch a live stream, you can do so. If you want to just listen, you can do so. You can do whatever you want. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Thank you so much for being here. I am out of here, and I will see you tomorrow morning. So do something great. Do something awesome. Be amazing. Now go get out of here.